Hey, it is Thursday again. I know you feel blessed and refreshed. I'm back with another one, and today I am live. Thank you for joining me. I hope your day was good. I hope your night was even better. We are on day four. It's Thursday already. I don't know. The week is going by so fast. But we are on day four of our new topic this week. We've been talking about kids and discipline. And give myself a thumbs up. So, for those of you who were here this week on Monday, we talked about finding our inner alpha. This topic came about because it's funny that during my daughter's graduation, we were having some conversations with her teachers and such, and she was saying how good she is at school. But as soon as she's picked up, she can see like the gears. She can see like the gears in her head are spinning or something because as soon as she gets picked up, she's like a totally different person. So um, she also noticed that some kids can be really bossy, especially little kids, and they're really bossy because they have a sense of fear um, and of anxiety, and they lack confidence. All they know is that somebody's supposed to be in charge, and they don't really know how to take charge. So that's when they start to become bossy like that. So this week was to help you as well as myself continue on um, a disciplined path that works, that actually works. Because if you were with me a few weeks ago, we talked about the fact that yelling at our kids is not going to make them do what we want them to do. If anything, it's going to scare them, and if anything, it's going to make them not do what we're asking them to do. So let me go ahead and greet you. Hey, Unique, thanks for coming in. Hey, Steve, thank you for coming in. Thank God for another day above ground. I know that's right. Hey, Frugal Mama, thank you for coming in. Hey, Mika, thanks for coming in. And hey, Mr. Terry, good morning. Thank you for coming in. So, on Monday, we talked about finding our inner alpha, especially for us moms, just kind of having that tone in our voice, kind of having that, what am I trying to say? Like, kind of being rough around the edges a little bit when it comes to them kids when they act like they're in charge. We have to put them back in their place, right? And that means in the most loving and calm way that we can. So while we are expecting them to do what they're supposed to do, we also need to be confident in the direction that we're giving. If we're giving them a direction to go to bed, then we need to make sure that they're going to get in the bed and not playing around, things like that. If they see that we are not confident, we're losing control, then they're more than likely never going to gain control of the situation. So on Tuesday, we talked about choosing our battles and choosing our battles in the sense of having a system where everything that they do doesn't need to be a punishment. It doesn't need to be a teaching moment. It can we actually work off of a system at my house is green light, red light, and yellow light. So um, these are different times where I would be like, okay, this task is negotiable or this task is not negotiable. For instance, um, a red light. I'm choosing my battle, and if it's a red light, then I'm like, okay, you need to get in the car and put on your seatbelt. And they want to fight. I don't want to wear my seatbelt. Well, you have no choice but to wear your seatbelt if you're going to go in the car with us today. So that's something that is definitely a red light. There is no negotiation. You need to do what I said. This is for your safety. It is what it is. Whereas yellow light, let's just say, could be um, they might be like, no, I'm not ready to go home. You're trying to pick them up from school. I'm not ready to go home. You let them know, okay, you got just one more minute with your friends. Tell them bye. It's time to go. Yellow light meaning I gave you a little bit more time to finish saying goodbye, but still, put my foot down. It's time to go. But green light, for instance, being we're trying to go out to eat, and my little one got herself dressed, and she doesn't necessarily match. Let's just say she's wearing yellow, and her yellows don't match. Am I going to be? Um, I'm going to choose my battle in this case, where she's fussing and crying and fighting about wanting to wear what she picked out, or am I going to get all upset and go make her change clothes because her yellows don't match? That's something that's called green light to me because that's not a battle that I want to fight. I don't want to get her all upset and anxious. I don't want to. Um, I don't want to. Sorry, I was reading Mr. Terry's comment there. I don't want to waste time because we got to go to dinner. We got to get out of here. So we're choosing our battles. And then on Wednesday, we talked about resisting the urge to argue because, a lot of us might deal with older children. And the older children, um, they, I don't know, they got something to say, right? At least mine does. And it's like we're not gonna argue about this. If I told you to clean your room before you play Roblox, then you need to clean your room. That's it. It's not an argument, and then just redirect them. So let them know. Um, Sometimes my little one, at some point, she had this phase where she went through a screaming match. And if I would say, no, you can't have any ice cream right now or something, oh, she would scream, I want ice cream right now. And she's not crying, she's just screaming like she's demanding ice cream. So it's like, hold on, of course, me, the old me is going to be like, I'm your mom. Who you yelling at? Stop that, right? Getting all upset as well. But no, the new me is like, come on now, you know, be a little bit more calm. Um, it's all in our tone. It's that alpha that we're pulling out, letting them know we're the parent, male, female, it doesn't matter. So we're not going to argue with them. We're not going to be emotionally triggered. They're not going to make us so upset that we go and cry our eyes out anymore either. Hey, I've been there because now we have a better control of the situation. We know what to expect from them, and they know what to expect from us. And if we, uh, again, that goes back to us as the parent, as the adult caregiver, being self-aware, self uh, self-disciplined, and like, okay, there's a problem here. I need to fix this problem. I need to do this, this, and that. And I need to stay consistent in that. That's the only way that my child is gonna understand that I mean business, not just today, but every day. I got so where I was like, I put my foot down and I have a pretty good day of controlling things, and then the next day, just depending on how I felt, sometimes they were allowed to go free again, and it's like, nope, I had to get my consistency. I had to um, be self-disciplined myself as a parent and hold myself accountable to what I'm telling them. All right, Mr. Terry, now please read the. Oh, okay, gotcha. I sure will. I saw that yesterday. Um, yeah, I saw that yesterday, Mr. Terry. Game night has moved to Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so today, as you can see by the title, we're setting expectations. Then we need to go ahead and we need to, what am I trying to say? Separate the good behavior from the bad behavior before it starts to happen. So if we can get ahead of this problem, if we can, it's almost like a contract, right? Between us and our kids. We need to be like, okay, today is a new day. You had a rough day yesterday, but today I want you to, have you, after you have your nice breakfast and we have some time together or whatever it might be, I want you to go ahead and get your shower for the day. I want you to pick up your stuff out the floor, make up your bed. Uh, and then maybe you can spend some time on your iPad later in the day. It just depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to older kids, then they understand this is what I expect today. Here is your, uh, not your routine, but here's the plan for the day. Here's the plan for the day. This is what I expect out of you. Now, also in return, I'm gonna let them know that hey, if you don't do this, that, and the other, then here are your consequences. That's where the contract comes in between us and our kids. Because if they know that if they do this, that, and the other, not that they're going to be rewarded, but just simply that they're not going to be in trouble, that that you're going to be happy with them, that you're not going to have to fuss or raise your voice today. And as they get older, they're going to appreciate that more. When they're little, they don't really understand. More than likely, they're probably ignoring us completely when we're screaming and stuff. They might even be ignoring us when we're setting expectations because they just don't know. But that's for us to be the example and to show them this is what it is. This is what we do when we wake up after breakfast. This is what we do. Um, and don't be afraid to let them know that hey, after you've done this and that and the other, then we'll have some playtime. Or after you've done this, we'll go ahead and go to the park. We'll go make a cake. Something where it's not I'm gonna give you money, I'm gonna buy you candy, I'm gonna buy you chips or whatever, but it's more so like there's something fun at the end of this and we're gonna do it together. And it does not involve buying you anything. Right? Because I don't know about you, but in the world that we're in today, that's all they talk about. That is all they talk about. Can I have this? Can you buy me this? And that and so forth. So we got that contract for them. Got it. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Terry. Got it. So, um, what am I saying? Just talking about our consequences ahead of time. Now, the consequences should only be logical, right? We're not going to say, um, if you don't clean up your room, you're not eating dinner. Well, that's impossible. You have to feed them dinner, right? So let's make it make sense as well. Um, or I'm trying to think of another one. Like, if you let's just say you're trying to drive and go to the mall or something, and they're acting up in the car. Well, you don't stop acting up. I'm gonna leave you in this car all by yourself. Well, you know that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna leave your 5-year-old in the car by themselves. But you're gonna let them know that once we get here, you're not able to go over to the play area, or you're not able to get ice cream, or I'm gonna turn this car around and take you back home. Something that's real, that's logical for them. All right, setting expectations every day and just being consistent in it is going to make a world of a difference for the kids because then they're going to notice that you mean business. They're going to notice as they get older that there's no room to play with mom and dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever you might be. There's no room to play. They're going to see by your face that you mean business, but you got to actually really mean business, right? I'm writing that down, Mr. Terry. Good morning, boss lady. 10 through 12 and 13 through 15. Thank you. All right. I keep my pen and paper right there. So I got it. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, that was pretty much the end of my spiel for today. As I continue on this channel, I work really hard to keep these lives really short for those coming back on the replay. Um, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. I just want to I just want you to be encouraged, and I don't want to say too much to throw you off. But the most important part here is excuse me, the discipline and just the fact that God, it says it in the Bible that God requires us to discipline our children. Uh, I, I'm not going to try to quote it because I don't remember the scripture in particularly. But if we don't punish them, then they're never going to learn. And then once they get old enough to get out here in this world, they're going to embarrass us. They're going to put us to shame because they never did learn. We never taught them. We never took the time to. So, with that being said, we gotta. I went through this phase where I felt so bad for punishing her, for whooping her, for fussing at her. Maybe I was not fussing at her the right way, right? Because I didn't know no better. I was probably screaming and fussing and doing everything crazy. But even then, um, it wasn't right, you know. So now that I know, and now that I'm trying to be consistent in everything I do, the only thing I can continue to do is seek God, and He always gives me guidance. So I encourage you with that as well, because at the end of all these topics and all these discussions, God is at the head of everything. He is. If you have that relationship with Him, if you believe in Him and His power, He gonna come on in. He's gonna fix whatever it is, the kids, the attitude, the husband, the finances, the living situation, the whatever. He's gonna come in and he's gonna fix that if you go to him with your whole heart. So I always take it back there because we can't do none of this without Christ. So, with that being said, as you can see, Mr. Terry is talking about the Proverbs videos. I've been reading 3 chapters a day until we get through the end of Proverbs. Um, Going this rate, I should be done reading that entire book by Sunday, and I'm going to see where God takes us next, as well as where He's going to take us next for our encouraging talks. But I encourage you to keep on your notification bell because I'm not only here to motivate you for you, but I'm here to motivate you so you can keep your kids motivated. Because otherwise, they're out here in this world, they raising themselves. They ain't got no true friends, no true guidance, no true church home. Um, that's what it all boils down to. We need to get Christ in our kids as well because this world is doing something. It's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. I just want to be ready. And not only do I want to be ready, I want my kids to be ready because it also says in the Bible that once they get to the age of 13, their sin is their own. So I mean, I'm working diligently to make sure that I push this word in my daughter. I push the right, um, the right actions, the right attitude, and things like this in her, them, both of them. But one, she'll be 13 next year, so it's really a passion. Our kids are our future, and we don't want them out here embarrassing us and running amok in this world. We got to get them right now. And even if they're teenagers, it's not too late. You just got to have the heart, you got to have the compassion, and you got to have Christ, and He gonna flip that thing right on around. All right, Mr. Terry says, "You're welcome. Thank you. I enjoy being your moderator. You help me a better moderate with all YouTube channels I moderate. All. Amen. Thank you. You are a great moderator. You're so consistent, and we all need that. Thank you. Listen to the gospel song. I want to be ready when Jesus comes. Yes, get your house in order. Dottie People. I know that's right. I haven't heard that name in a while. Dottie People. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I believe Frugal Mama is doing her members monthly giveaway live today. Um, but still, she's a whole vibe. So go on over, check her out. Don't forget, Unique Speaks will be praying at 7:30. And then Miss B and Fam is still live at 8. And Mr. Gilmore is live at 9. Let's see. Today's Thursday. I don't think I have anything else in particular coming up. But I just encourage you to keep on your bells for both channels because I'm coming with motivation. Um, I'm coming with realness, genuineness, and I'm trying to be consistent as I can. And I'm just always so happy to see you joining me. All right. So, yeah, have a good day. I love you. Stay encouraged, stay humble, and stay you. That's it. That's all. As always, remember be true to yourself. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. Bye bye.